Good morning. Big Papa C here. It is Friday, July 5th, 2019, and this is not a mod review. This is a review of forage harvesters in general. Earlier today, Mr. CDP did a mod review on some new equipment that came out yesterday. The John Deere canola header combo and the 3 modded pack Kemper forage headers that do all crop types now, not just corn. I don't know if any of you out there who play the game have noticed that when you hire a worker with the forage harvesters nowadays, they kind of stutter along, they don't move smoothly. Well, I noticed that this happened after the sound update and another update that they had done along with the sound update, which was known as a parallel update, which I assume was the way the headers were level or to the ground and how they, flowed evenly. But ever since that update, or those updates, I noticed a difference in the forage harvesters. I know that when I'm manually harvesting, there's no issue. There's no staggering, no stuttering. But when there is a worker hired, this happens. This occurs. I don't know if it happens across all of the forage harvesters. I just noticed that it normally happens to the Krone Big X 1180, and how that I know that is that I usually use this in my silage gathering or my chaff gathering. So we're going to use the Krone Big X 1180 first. Let me go into my menu to see the header that I got. I forgot the name of the header. Oh, I got the X-Collect 900-3 on here. I'm going to manually harvest first for a small part of the strip. Let's get started. And then I am going to set a worker, and we're going to observe and see what happens. And then we're going to try the other harvesters and see how they fare. Here I'm manually driving. This is me. And so far, so good. It seems to be doing pretty good. Now I'm going to stop. I'm going to set a worker. I want you to keep your eye on the machine and keep your eye on the speedometer in the bottom right-hand corner. Get it unfolded. Here we go. There we go. As you can see, up, down, up, down. It's something to do with the parallel update. That when they updated these, I guess, the headers, both in-game and modded, this is what occurs. As you can see, it stutters along. Stop the worker, back up, take him out, because most of the in-game foragers, as we know, will not hook up to a forage trailer. So this is the system that I usually use, is a dolly setup, the biggest all-around tipper in the game, and that's the Lizard 6300. Close that down, fold that up. Disconnect from the trailer. Put this over here. Okay, let's try the Rossum mash. This is the Rossum mash F2 650, 2650, and this has the regular Kemper 390 plus header on it. Let's maneuver around here and This is me. This will be me manually collecting, and I don't think that's going to. I do not believe that's going to be. It's going to work. I think that trailer looks a little, maybe a little too tall for this. I don't know. It looks like it should go in, but it's not doing it. Well, let's just hire a worker anyway and see what happens with it, even though it's not discharging. Okay, that's not going to work. So I can't really prove that. Let me back out. I don't understand why that didn't discharge. Looks to me like that pipe's high enough. I got an idea. Let's do this. Let's see. Oh, now it's going to unload. Yep, I think the trailer's just a little bit too high. Let's just do this. Set a worker. Let me get into the big X580 and just travel alongside the Rossum mesh and see what the worker does. Let me come to this side of it. Here we go. This might work. See this, by the speedometer, he's staggering along just like the Chrome Big X1180 did. Okay, let me get out. Dismiss the worker there. So we know that that one is affected also. Let me unfold the Chrome X580. I'm using the Easy Collect 600-2 header. I will harvest manually first. See, smooth, no problems, no worries whatsoever. Let me now back left a little bit here and hire a worker. Let's see what happens with him. So far, up there we go. So thought it was going to be smooth, but nope. It staggers along also. Okay. Now, let me run back here. Get the other Rossum mash. We want to give it a try. This is the well, let's get out this corn. This is the Rossum Mash RSM, excuse me, Rossum Mash RSM 1430, and this has the Kemper 390 plus, but this is the modded header that came out yesterday. Fold. I'm going to manually try this with him. It seems to work fine. Let me set a worker off on him. jump out, get in the crone. Fold the header back up so we can follow along. And as you can see, the modded Rossum ash is also performing the same way. That staggering. Oh, that's bad. Look how bad that is. That's real bad. Yeah, that's not good. Let's move him out of the way. Go down here and get the New Holland. New Holland has the SFI 900 header on it. And we're going to do pretty much exactly the same thing with this one. I know this may be boring, may be tedious, but I didn't know if anybody who plays the game was experiencing this or not. Let's unfold the header here. Let's do a little manual first, just to show you. Okay, let's set a worker. And there you go. Here we go with New Holland doing the same exact thing. So yeah, it looks like it affects all the harvesters. I wasn't for sure. Out of the way real quick. Well, there you have it. It looks like the update did affect all the forage harvesters in the game, modded and in-game alike. I believe, like I said, this has to do not with the sound update, but with what they call it was a parallel. As I said, parallel. I don't know if it was a parallel something, another update, or I just remember it saying parallel. I remember the sound update came out, and I believe it was the next day. And it was for the forage harvesters, and it was also a parallel for some of the forage harvesters, if not all. And I believe that affects the way what I mean by parallel is the distance between the header and the ground and the level of it. And for some reason, that's affected the harvesters. It hasn't affected the combine harvesters as far as I know. It hasn't affected the tractors that also had the same type of update as far as sound goes, but it has affected the forage harvesters. So if you're out there and you're having a problem when you set a worker, well, now you know what the issue is. I don't know if Giants has been informed of this. I know that I have not informed Giants. To me, it's a minor issue as far as I can manually do it. It takes a little more time to manually harvest than it does to hire a worker and set him and forget him and walk off and go do something else. I like that ability, though, to be able to set a worker and go off, especially when I'm multitasking and doing other things. I don't mind running 2 or 3, even if not 4 workers at the same time, all doing different fields, different types of deals as far as sowing, harvesting. So, but to me right now, it just means, you know, it's when it comes to forage harvesting and going after chaff, like I like to do with corn as my chaff. That's my primary source instead of just doing grass and other crops. I guess this is going to be just a little harder from now on until this issue gets resolved or fixed, and that's if it gets resolved or fixed. Well, I hope that you were enlightened by this video. If you happen to like it, please give me a like. If you don't subscribe, I appreciate you subscribing. There'll be more to come from me in the days ahead. If you are having issues or haven't had issues, feel free to leave a comment. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Be careful. Safe. And we will catch you later. Happy farming.